The rapture is at hand. For the river Euphrates is drying up. This is a fulfillment of Bible prophecy. See Revelation 16, verse 12 through 14, and chapter 9, verse 14 through 16. I'm combining trumpet number 6 and the 6th vial or bowl. Not only number 6 goes with number 6, number 1 trumpet goes with the first vial, the second goes with the second, the third with the third, and so forth. But especially the 6th trumpet goes with the 6th seal. And that's both of them are about the river Euphrates. We read that the river Euphrates is linked to, quote, the hour and the day. That's Revelation 9, verse 15. Now, this is the time, this is the same time, this is the same hour and a day that's in Matthew 24, verse 36, which is the time of the rapture. So on that basis, the message is that the rapture is linked to the river Euphrates. And that's chapter 9. But in chapter 16, it explains just how the rapture is linked to that river. For we read that the river Euphrates will dry up. That's Revelation 16:12. Long story short, when the drying up occurs, that's when the rapture will occur. Well, the news media just the other day, this week, said that the drying up of the Euphrates is occurring right now. So the rapture truly, truly, truly is at hand, at hand, at hand, even at the door. I'm saying the rapture is in Revelation 9, verse 15, but that's how I interpret this part right here. It says 1/3 of men will die. And I'm saying that's the rapture. The souls that go up in the rapture depart their bodies when they're killed by the sudden destruction. This is supported in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 through chapter 5. At the end of chapter 4, that's the rapture, but the beginning of chapter 5 clearly says there'll be sudden destruction. That's verse 3. Now, that sudden destruction corresponds with or confirms the killing of 1/3 of men in Revelation 9, verse 15. It's all talking about the same thing. I'm saying the rapture occurs when this great multitude of people die, so don't let anyone ever tell you that people don't die at the rapture. They do die. That's how they get to heaven. Now, what does it mean when it says 1/3 of men will die? 1/3 of mankind? Of course not. Since we know the Russian attack will be upon America and nowhere else, well, they do attack 3 countries in Europe. That's in Daniel 7, verse 8. It says 3 horns get uprooted. That would be Russia bombing 3 countries in Europe. But let me get back to America. The 1/3 would apply to America. Now, our population is 330 million, so 1/3 would mean 110 million Americans die due to Russian attack. And then 2 weeks later, many more deaths will occur due to radiation sickness. So instead of 1/3 dying, it's more like 1/2 or 50% of the population of America. Now, the Christians among the dying will be raptured, and other righteous people that God can consider as honorary Christians, they too will be raptured to heaven. See, it's not so much a matter of you claiming to be Christian or you saying, yes, I'm a Christian, or no, I'm not. It's a question of whether God counts you as a Christian. Any lover of righteousness, God considers a Christian because Christ and righteousness are the same thing. If you love righteousness, God counts it as if you love Christ. So, if the rapture is at hand, does that mean that Christmas will be the time of the rapture? Because the Christmas is at hand, just 2 weeks away. Of course, I cannot say definitely that Christmas will be the time of the rapture, but I will say this much. Daniel 7, verse 25, does say the Antichrist will try to change the times and seasons. Now, if Russia bombs America at Christmas, that is Russia trying to change the season of Christmas to the season, the celebration of the world revolution. And that's what they will call the bombing of America. They'll say, hooray for the world revolution. And they will expect the whole world, which is captive to Russia, to celebrate the anniversary of the bombing of America. And so that would fulfill Daniel 7, verse 25. Not that the world will celebrate each anniversary, because the second coming will come before even the first anniversary of that atrocity, Russia bombing America. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm saying that I'm definitely saying that. No, I'm speculating. I don't want to be caught setting dates. But speculating is not the same thing. Setting a date is where I say I know it's going to be Christmas or some other time. I don't know that. I have said that in the past, and I apologize for saying that I definitely know. I'm supposed to learn from my mistakes, and therefore I'm not going to say I definitely know, but I will say, as far as speculation is concerned, that it may be that soon. And the nice part about it is November and December we will have electricity that much of the winter. And then January and February and March, the electricity will be gone. And so we'll have to tough it out if Russia bombs at Christmas time. Hopefully, they won't. Now, I always try to throw in the 5 months of the trib. That's how long the trib will be. That's Revelation 9, verse 5 and 10. It speaks about people wanting to die, but death flees from them, and that would fit what happens in occupation. During wartime, there's plenty of death, but in occupation, where Russia occupies Europe, there'll be much less death. So that part about death fleeing from them, that would fit the occupation of Europe, which is what the tribulation will be, the occupation of Europe. They're not going to occupy America. I'll try to put a transcript of the video in the description box. And one more thing, the 7-year trib idea is totally wrong. Look up my video about the 7-year trib being the doctrine of demons. And look up my other videos, go by the subject, and they should be able to, you should be able to get them if you just put in a subject. And keep trying. I'm sorry I don't know how to do this any better.